Alright, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, Legendary Guide for NextGenWalkthroughs.com.
Oh, hey there. How's it going today?
It's going great.
Good, good.
We're trying to open a path to the blast doors.
You know what we should do?
What?
You know, like all those kids' television shows where they say, "Hey kids, do you see the big red ball? Point it out." And then they wait a couple seconds. Good job! We should do that and like act as if people watching are talking to us.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, though.
Yeah, neither do I, but it's something to think about.
Do you know what that's called?
That's called a robot.
You're right! It is a robot!
Yay!
Shiny metal robot.
Evil robots, too. Evil robots are the worst, because they are hell-bent on killing you. That's all they know how to do. Sound like they're Roombas that can also vacuum.
Roombas. These things are cool.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt and uncle had one.
Really?
And I would just see it like going around the house.
Be like coming out of the bathroom,
Yeah.
and it's sitting there waiting to take its turn.
I mean, it keeps the floor clean if you have hard... I don't know how well it works on carpet for hard floors.
Did you feed it?
No. No, I didn't feed it.
I would feed it. I would treat it like a pet.
It just like goes in one direction and like hits the wall. Turns around.
That's crazy.
It kind of learns the wall though.
Like it learns the layout of the house.
Yeah.
That's cool. I would frack with it. I would like move furniture around all the time. That's like
if you want it to run into your furniture.
I guess that's a lot more fun if you're doing it to a blind person.
No, that's messed up.
Yeah, that is pretty messed up. I'm going to hell.
Oh yeah, that's a $1 bill.
No.
What up?
You know, actually, I read a complaint, or I read about a lawsuit that the National Blind Persons Association, whatever it's called, was filing against the United States Mint. Saying that it's like U.S. currency discriminates against the blind because there's no way to tell one bill from another.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas other countries like the euro, they're different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
But the U.S. bills...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Only in the last 10 years or so, maybe a little bit more, they've started adding color.
Mm-hmm.
And
they should
taking efforts to make them more difficult to copy and print yourself. Like, they have the watermarks now. They didn't like 10 years ago. I'm sure I still have some $1 bills and $20 bills that don't have watermarks on them.
Mm-hmm.
But like other countries in Europe, smarter countries have had that stuff for a long time.
Oh, they've also been on the metric system.
They've also been on the... Yeah, there you go. Well, our currency's on the metric system.
Based on 100?
Yeah, base 10.
Base 10.
Yeah. Not base dozen.
Yeah.
Base, 32 ounces in a gallon.
There's only one legitimate reason why I can see why we don't switch.
Laziness?
No.
Why?
It's miles per hour.
Miles per hour. Oh, because people speed? Or like people will get screwed up?
Yeah. Miles per hour would be a huge pain to change everything.
Well, the thing is, every like
sign.
Oh.
You know how many signs that is?
But okay, but how many speeding tickets do you think they're going to write in that first year or two after they switch it? They're going to like triple their revenue in that first amount of time.
I'm totally for changing to the metric system.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Do you remember the Mars rover? That was like a combination of a couple teams from around the U.S. and other countries. That one team was using metric and one team was using standard, and standard is in air quotes because standard is nonsense, which is what the U.S. system is called. And the Mars rover plowed right into the surface of Mars because it was told to go, so many units, but one thing was saying so many kilometers and one thing was saying so many miles. And it just got obliterated, a multi-billion-dollar project with millions of man-hours invested.
Yep.
That's
it. Dude, we should just start using it.
Just start using it, like start the movement saying standard system is BS.
Just like do everything you do.
Just mentally convert.
Do it. Just switch. Like switch all your thermometers to Celsius.
Maybe we could start putting
like tell the doctor that you weigh 60 kilograms and that you're 1.7 meters tall.
Your biggest concern about speed signs?
Yeah.
We like start an initiative where we put the kilometer per mile
kilometers
per hour signs underneath the miles per hour, and then like after 3 years of those being up and people understand, like can do quick mental math of like the problem is I have no idea how far a kilometer is.
Yeah, but how long would it take you to learn it? Like a month?
If I made a conscious effort to do it, but if there was like every highway sign had miles and kilometers per hour next to it, I would figure it out in probably a couple years to the point of being comfortable enough with it that I am with miles per hour now.
Years? You'd figure it out in a month.
Well, no. Okay, I would figure it out, but I would still have to do that. Like, I'm not that fluent in Spanish, and every time I speak Spanish, I'm doing a translation. When you get good enough at Spanish, you're not doing a translation.
You just know what the
Spanish.
word. Yeah.
It's going to take a couple of years to speak metric systems. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get that comfortable with it.
That's how they do high school physics. It's all in metrics.
Is it?
Like AP Physics was all in metrics.
Actually,
like 9 meters per second squared is gravity.
I know. In college,
9.8.
In college physics, we learned it was primarily metric, but we had to learn.
Oh, this is there's a puzzle right here. You have to do these things in the correct order, and I got it right the first time by just guessing. So I went 1, 3, 2, 4. I don't know if you can get it wrong, but since I got it right the first time, I just stuck with it.
This wasn't your first time. This was the very first time you played the game.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna try the wrong method,
so it doesn't change every time. Where was I? Oh yeah, in college physics, in engineers physics, not business school physics with no.
I took physics for engineers in college.
In the business school?
No, from one of my science classes.
Oh, well, anyway.
Try to talk down on me.
In the engineers physics, we had to learn the standard system. Like, we had to know the units, even though, there was a test on being able to convert the units.
Oh.
Even though every other test after that was metric system, because there's no point in knowing standard units.
No point.
Except for a gallon of milk.
Liquids are pretty easy, actually. Because we already know what a 2 liter is.
Right.
We're already familiar with liters.